Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Dr. Mohammad Yusuf is here from the Department of Chemistry, Islamic College. Shah, the chapter which we'll discuss today, that is chapter number 19, carbonyl compounds. What are carbonyl compounds? Those compounds which contain this functional group. Compounds which have this functional group. This functional group is called carbonyl functional group. Carbonyl functional group. All those compounds which have this functional group, they are known as carbonyl compounds. So we are having a large number of carbonyl compounds that include aldehyde, ketones, carboxylic acid with general formula this one, ester with general formula this one, acid halide with this general formula, acid amide, and so on. There are a large number of carbonyl compounds, just few examples are here. Now, the main topic here which we'll discuss is aldehyde and ketone. Aldehyde and ketone. Both of them, they contain this carbonyl functional group. But how we will differentiate an aldehyde from a ketone? An aldehyde, this carbonyl carbon must be attached on one side with a hydrogen. Remember, an aldehyde, this carbonyl carbon must be attached on one side with hydrogen. No matter on this side, we may be having carbon atom, we may be having hydrogen, and so on, but it is must that it must be having one hydrogen on one side. In ketone, this carbonyl carbon must be attached on both sides with the carbon atom. The carbon may be aliphatic like this one, or maybe aromatic like this one. For example, here is CH3, CH3. Both carbon are attached to this carbonyl carbon, and the compound is dimethyl ketone. In the same way, here we have aromatic carbon attached with this carbonyl carbon, and the compound is diphenyl ketone. Now, nomenclature of aldehyde. Nomenclature of aldehyde is very simple. In common system, keep in mind over here, as I have told you, this is the functional group N aldehyde. This is the functional group N aldehyde. And the functional group N carboxylic acid. This is aldehyde, and the functional group N carboxylic acid is COOH. It means that if we add here oxygen, we get carboxylic acid, and if we remove this oxygen, then we can get aldehyde. It means that carboxylic acid can be obtained from aldehyde by oxidation, and reversibly carboxylic acid can be reduced to aldehyde. That's why the common name of aldehyde, is based on the common name of carboxylic acid. Here I will take some example. Here this is formic acid. This is formic acid. Now here I remove this oxygen from here, I get aldehyde. This is formic acid. I remove oxygen from here, I get aldehyde. Now, the common name of this carboxylic acid is formic acid. Now, what we do, we remove the ic acid, this word, ic acid, and here it is replaced by aldehyde. Therefore, formic acid is converted into formaldehyde. Remove ic acid from the common name of the carboxylic acid, replace it with aldehyde, you will get the name of the respective aldehyde which is obtained from the given carboxylic acid. Similarly, here acetic acid, just remove this oxygen you will get the respective aldehyde. The name over here is acetic acid. Now here the name will become acetaldehyde. Acetaldehyde. So keep in mind the common name of aldehyde is based on the common name of carboxylic acid. Just remove the ec acid from the carboxylic acid, this one, and put aldehyde. You will get the common name of the corresponding aldehyde. In IUPAC system, you have to keep only one word in mind. Here, alkane, as you may be familiar, that all the compounds are the derivative of alkane. Just remove E by Al. E by L. You will get alkanal. Alkanal. Methane, if it contains only one carbon, methanal. If it contains two carbon, ethanal. And if it contains three carbon, it is propanol. But one point which you should keep in mind, you have to start always from carbonyl carbon as a position number 1. You have to start from here and select the longest continuous chain. And the rest of the rules are exactly the same as for alkane.